you. Thank you so much. So much of this experience in life is sort of an out-of-body experience, to be honest with you. When you hear such a beautiful introduction like that, it sort of takes you to a different place, and it almost makes you wonder who he's talking about. Jose, thank you so much for emceeing this. It's great to meet your son and see that there is a member of your family that has more hair than you do. But I'm sure you didn't know, neither did I, that we had the sixth man of the year available to sing the national anthem. And, I was sitting there, and as a perfectionist, I'm sure many of you feel similarly, there's a moment of dread when you see something sort of not going right. And then, of course, Gail, who is a member of my staff, steps up, and you hear her, and you think to yourself, God is perfect. Confidences are perfect, and they're real. And they're just reminders. They're reminders that sometimes in a chaotic moment, in a moment where there seems to be a disconnection, it's really God showing his prominence and his greatness. Not too dissimilar to when I took office in 2017, and I'm reading my speech. By the way, none of this is on my speech. And so you're just going to have to wait a little longer because I haven't even got into it. And it just starts raining. And I remember looking into the crowd and seeing the people just sort of like moving. And I thought, is someone electrocuting their seats? And it was raining on them. And I remember thinking to myself, God, why are you doing this? I worked so hard. We had this incredible mandate. And now this day is somewhat ruined. And actually, a commissioner who's not here today, who just left office, took this incredible picture from his iPhone that is up in my office. I'm sure all of you have seen it. It's a picture of me at the podium and a rainbow behind it. And it's just a reminder how when in a chaotic moment, in a moment when things are not going right, God is there. He's behind us. He's with us. He is ever present and inspiring us. I got to tell you, I'm very inspired today because, and I'm very grateful to my commission in particular because they had a late commission meeting yesterday, and they're here. I just came back from Washington. I spent 4 days without seeing the sun. And I kept thinking to myself, my God, there's only one job in America that would make me want to stay here long term. You guys can figure out what that is. But as I walked in here and I saw so many amazing faces like Ariel, where are you, Ariel? I saw you. There you are, who I met in my first campaign. Yariel, who's next to him, who worked in my office. Jeremy, who worked so hard on the speech, and Alex, who were here, working late and in the morning early. And then the seniors who gave me this beautiful shirt. Thank you so much. I can't wait to wear this when I work out. This is awesome. It's beautiful. Los de atrás que siempre que me recuerdan que no estoy visitando lo suficiente. The ones that are in the back there who always remind me, the senior citizens, that I don't go enough, that I don't. And then seeing our firefighters in their Class A uniforms and knowing how they helped get us through a pandemic, and Robert and our police officers, our chief, who was a phenomenal leader during that time. It just really brings you into the moment, and it makes you feel very present. So thank you. Distinguished guests, honorable commissioners, friends and family, and fellow residents of Miami. Today's Miami stands as a shining city on a hill for those fleeing various forms of oppression. For us, our story has been one of newcomers who became natives, of migrants and mavericks who look different but share the same values. From our founder, Julia Tuttle, to those arriving today, each new wave of residents has invested, enriched, and built our city. Now it falls to us to build our city by building on the works of those before us, like Commissioner who was mayor and former mayor who's here with us. Now is the time to reflect and to renew our commitment to ensure Miami remains our magic city. Quiero decirle a todos nuestros residentes mayores que estamos profundamente agradecidos por los sacrificios que han hecho por nosotros, por todos nosotros. Su valentía, su tenacidad y su ética de trabajo han hecho que Miami sea algo más que una ciudad. Ustedes han creado una comunidad que ofrece libertad, seguridad y prosperidad para aquellos que huyen del socialismo. Because our policies and the hard work of our people, I can report to you that the state of our city is strong. Our strength is rooted in the values of our people, the dreams of our parents, and the promise of our children. And it's a strength and respect that we find every day, from the police officer to the firefighter, from a general employee to a shopkeeper. A strength that sustains our ambition to build a city where everyone from every neighborhood and every corner of Miami has the ability to embrace life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And it's a strength found in the teamwork that exists between our administration and our commissioners. Thank you, Commissioner Diaz-La-Portilla, for being here. Thank you, our chair. Thank you, Commissioner Reyes, for being here. And many of you battling physical ailments to be here, so it's incredibly appreciated and noted. I'd also like to thank you, our commissioners, for your service and the results that you bring every single day, including yesterday. Together, we have made the Miami government more efficient, more effective, and more accountable. We work hard, we fight hard, and we get it done for the residents of Miami. And that's why the world is watching as we continue to build our city, our families, and our future. So let's talk about the Miami miracle. Across the nation, in cities just like us, we've witnessed a surge in violent crime, chaos, and lawlessness. Bad policies and bad decisions have led to bad results. But in Miami, we've increased funding, not defunded our police. We've worked to ensure our police are well-funded, well-equipped, and well-trained. And today I can report that Miami recorded one of the lowest levels of homicide per capita in decades. And if you want to know the exact year, it's 1964. I want to thank each and every member of the Miami Police Department, from the Chief of Police, Manny Morales, to our new rookies. May God bless you, and thank you for keeping us safe. But this did not happen overnight, or by accident, or by chance. In 1980, Miami's number of homicide reached its peak at 220. In 2022, this very year, Miami's number of homicide was 47. This translates to an 84% decrease in homicides, with a city that is significantly larger than it was 42 years ago. That is more than a dramatic drop. That is a sustained record of results. Safe cities happen by hard work, by accountability, and by common sense. We provided our police with the latest technology, from ShotSpotter to body cams. We provided our police with the best training and the best equipment. And we understood that being a police officer is one of the most difficult jobs in America. Never has a profession received so much scrutiny for so little pay. In the past year, complaints against our police officers dropped from 280 to 237, a 15% drop. But I want to put that number in context. At the same time, we had 323,576 calls for service against 237 complaints, which means that people complained at a rate that is less than 0.1% of all the calls made for police assistance. Name any profession who delivers that level of service on a daily basis. When it comes to our police, we don't look at the rhetoric, we look at the results. For those who criticize police, the nationally and recognized historic performance of our police department speaks for itself. This is something that we can be proud of and something that we should celebrate, because good policing and good officers make a difference for everyone. We have cut crime to historic levels and maintained police integrity. And that's why we support our police, we fund our police, and we stand with our police. It's simple, it's sustainable, and it can be scaled across America to every city and town and to every police department. All it takes is a commitment from communities and their leadership to expect more and demand more. And the results, a better quality of life for all families, is worth it. Our city must also be able to last forever and to work for everyone. If there is something the past year has taught us, is the increasing threat of climate events. The state of Florida experienced one of the most severe hurricanes in our state's history, causing billions of dollars in damages and hundreds of fatalities. And while the debates are often too abstract, the damage is real. In Miami, we know that it's not the environment versus the economy. Our environment is our economy. Protecting the environment protects that very economy. It protects our homes, our businesses, and our families. And our efforts have not gone unnoticed. This year, FEMA lowered our risk profile for storm flooding, an acknowledgement of our smart planning and resilience investment. Jose, thank you for all your work on that. See you in the audience there. The risk downgrade is a result of our updated stormwater master plan and improved stormwater operations, which included investments in the maintenance of our drainage systems, expansion of infrastructure, construction of several pump stations across the city, seawall maintenance, and the replacement of stormwater inlets and pipes. It wasn't cheap and it wasn't easy. But investments today will prevent chaos tomorrow. And that's exactly what our great people expect from us. Smart, sensible, responsible planning today for a truly awesome tomorrow. I didn't put the truly awesome part in there. Somebody put that. It's kind of funny. Truly awesome. Truly awesome tomorrow. I like that, Jeremy. I'd like to commend our city manager, Art Noriega, who is unavailable right now. He's in a hearing upstairs. Just goes to show sometimes when you guys pull us out of here, we have to do other things. Our director of building, Ace Marrero, our public works director, Juvenal Santana, the emergency management department, the city's resiliency office led by Sonia Brubaker, and their entire staff. But let's be clear, more must be done. Therefore, I'm asking our administration to work with the city commission to allocate all Miami Forever Bond and ARPA designated dollars this year to resiliency projects, and I'm going to work with you to make that happen. We're in the midst of an affordability crisis, and it's a national affordability crisis. Families have witnessed mounting cost and declining availability of affordable goods and services. At the root of this is access and availability. We need to remove regulatory barriers for people to access the goods and services they need at the lowest possible price. The status quo is simply unacceptable. So in the coming months, my administration will work with the Miami City Commission to cut regulations for building permit approvals, and we will pass the Miami Forever zoning reform proposal so that everyone in every community has greater access to the things they want, need, and deserve. I will also be appointing Alfonso Costa Jr. as my affordable housing liaison in the mayor's office to coordinate, expedite, and expand the building of affordable housing with our private sector partners. Alfonso holds a distinguished public service career with HUD, and we welcome his assistance and public service on behalf of Miami's residents. Our city must be the new capital of innovation. Right now, the world is watching Miami. And Miami is setting a direction as a leading city in America for tech disruption. While other cities see their economy shrink and have expanded, we have expanded our economy and invested in the future. While other cities raise taxes, we cut them to the lowest rate ever. You should applaud for that. Thank you, guys. Thank you again to our commission for having the courage to do that. That should be on all your re-election mailers. While other cities spent recklessly, we balanced our budget and built the largest reserves in our history. From only $15 million when I first took office to now over $157 million. And while other cities in the federal government struggle to honor or reduce their debts, we are working to achieve our highest bond rating ever. Perhaps that's why when most cities across the nation are facing recession, Miami is more vibrant than ever. Because we're investing in innovation, ingenuity, and economic freedom. The awards, honors, and recognition Miami has received in the last 24 months speak for themselves. Miami ranks #1 in tech job growth, #1 in tech job migration, and #1 in pandemic recovery. We have been named the most important city in America and the most attractive city for foreign investment. While other cities restrict and constrict free enterprise and the progress of visionaries, we continue to attract the world's best businesses, the world's biggest capital aggregators, and the world's most talented individuals. We have attracted companies with approximately $2.5 trillion in AUM, which combined with 121 new-to-market companies have created over $1 billion in wages for our economy and for our hardworking taxpayers, which is why we're #1. By the way, this is getting a lot more applause than I thought. I didn't think I was going to be able to beat Jose's applause lines, which is why we're #1 in wage growth. But I think it's a testament to our work. More than $838 million have been invested into Miami Web3 startups between 2021 and 2022. And we've invested in our own people by partnering with the private sector organizations and major corporations to build out an educational ecosystem to sustain our tech economy. We created educational savings accounts starting in kindergarten, so our students have a head start on saving and investing in their future development. We have built a tech high school where Miami students can obtain an associate's in STEM diploma, giving them the critical tools they need to compete in the new economy. And we've invested in cross-skilling and reskilling educational initiatives with partner organizations like BrainStation for mid-career professionals who need a new start. We founded the Venture Miami Opportunity Scholarship, which will offer any young Miamian who is a Pell Grant recipient a full scholarship within any of our local universities so that they can pursue and obtain a STEM degree. The educator in the audience likes that. And today I am proud to announce the first in-family FIU scholarship, which will support first-generation students in pursuit of higher education. Taken together, these initiatives will ensure that we can grow our own talent in Miami, not just attract it from the outside. No other major American city has built the scope of educational partnerships to ensure everyone from every background can share and prosper in our new tech economy. And even though our population is rapidly expanding, thanks to the failures of so many other cities, we have a 1.5% unemployment rate. I saw the county mayor tout that as well yesterday, and generated a 12% growth rate, now the second highest growth in recorded history. This is what you built. This is what we built together. This is the Miami Miracle. And we must build on this miracle, not shy away from it. Our current challenges are symptoms of our rapid success, not our failings. We can meet these challenges through constant innovation and economic freedom. The challenge of affordability must be met with more access, more investment, and more availability of capital, talent, and production. We must encourage and incentivize our free market to produce more for more people so Miami's accessible and affordable for all who choose to call Miami home. As mayor, I am your champion, your advocate, from every neighborhood to every nation. It's my job to champion Miami and Miami's development. It's my job to attract the best jobs and the best talent to our city. It's my job to ensure that each and every one of you are a part of it. Our city is also measured by how we take care of the least, the last, and the lost. That's why my administration, and I see Constance and Lotus House in the audience. Thank you for being here, Constance, for your work. It was so wonderful to be there just the other day. That's why my administration, in collaboration with the City Commission and with great organizations like Lotus House, has unveiled the first ever Functional Zero Plan, an ambitious, impactful initiative to bring our homeless level to zero. Through our Functional Zero plan, we deployed almost $3 million for Camilla's House, Chapman Partnership, Miami Center for Mental Health and Recovery, and Lotus House to offer immediate assistance to the most vulnerable within our community. Our Functional Zero plan will prove to have a long-lasting effect in our goal towards reaching Functional Zero, ensuring that those who need it the most get the help they desperately need to eventually become crucial, thriving members of our community. Our plan is built to be a holistic approach based on the twin principles of efficiency and effectiveness. So hardworking taxpayers get what they pay for, and homelessness is no longer a way of life in our city. We know that our greatest contribution are the systems and institutions we build and leave behind. Many of you gathered here today know that building out our infrastructure, parks, and sports and cultural venues that contribute to our American leading quality of life are key to Miami's continued growth and shared prosperity. That is why we are bringing and building several new projects that will pass the test of time. For our new MLS stadium to the ongoing projects like Marine Stadium and Olympic Theater, we have the resources and momentum to restore iconic structures and build world-class venues for all of Miami's residents to enjoy. To build on this success, we will commit $5 million to restoring the iconic Bayfront Park fountain to its original splendor, working with our Bayfront Park chairman, Commissioner Joe Carroyo. Who I might add, and his wife Marjorie, who's in the audience, was heavily criticized for the multiple projects that they did at Bayfront Park. And I can't tell you, no, you please don't move the prompter. Go back, stay there. I'm just talking ad-libbing. And I can't tell you the number of people from around the world who have texted me pictures and images of the exhibits. And so thank you so much for doing that. And we all in our family know what it's like to be unfairly criticized by the press and not given, a proper opportunity to do something that's transformational, successful. So I commend you. I think every commissioner knows what it feels like to be unfairly criticized. And there's a bit of an us against the world mentality here in the city, which is why I think we're all here. Because at the end of the day, we try to protect each other and care for each other and work with each other for the benefit of our residents at the expense of the haters and the paid people who are always trying to bring us down. I want to thank the tireless efforts by our city manager in collaboration with our commission as we unveiled our plan to bring an MLS team into Miami to our city. Built within 58 acres of public park and green space, Miami Freedom Park will contain one of the largest parks in the city of Miami and will feature a state-of-the-art stadium, a new tech hub, restaurants, shops, soccer fields, and contribute to the Baywalk. Besides offering a unique experience for all Miamians and visitors alike, Miami Freedom Park will create 15,000 jobs for our city. And it is the only sports project that will not require public funding, that will pay property taxes to our city, that will pay fair market value and rent to our city, and will pay employees a reasonable and responsible living wage, and convert a property that 1% of Miamians go to a property where 99% of Miamians go. Miami Freedom Park will contribute several $billion in new revenue for our city over the course of its lease. This project will deliver a world-class stadium for our soccer team while delivering a world-class green space for Miamians to enjoy year-round. All these initiatives explain why Miami is climbing the charts as the most livable, desirable city in America. Just wait, the world is next. Today's Miami is more than a shining city on a hill, but a vision of what every American city can and should be. A vision of a place where commitment to community is appreciated, families are celebrated, and where all good things can be found. The Miami Miracle is more than just a model for the future of America. This is America, and we've only just begun. Thank you, and God bless you.